Again, in your opinion, you think it was lost in the gun was lost at the station?
Yes.
Okay. And when you found it, or when you discovered the error, who did you tell?
I told everyone in the office. I asked, "Where's the Glock?"
That is audio of a CPD officer detailing the moment they discovered a weapon that was supposed to be in their possession after a gun buyback program was found missing. That audio is now at the center of a bigger story on how guns that are supposed to be taken off the streets are winding up being used in crimes.
Casey Toner with the Illinois Answers Project just wrote a story about it. He is joining us to explain what he found. Casey, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
Let's start at the very beginning. What case led you to discover that there was an issue with the buyback program?
Well, we learned that in 2023, after a buyback at St. Sabina, one of the guns was transported over to the district, all the guns. And when that gun was on a desk and it was surrounded by police officers were looking at it and talking about how good this Glock looked. And then the Glock disappeared. And then 1 year later, it turned up in the hands of a teenage boy. And that is the center of the story we wrote that takes a longer look at buybacks in Chicago.
Okay, so is this sort of a one-off? It happened this one time, but you haven't really found anything that led you to believe that it's happened again and again? Or is this sort of a pattern that you're noticing?
Well, what we showed with our story with the Chicago Sun-Times is this has happened in the past. And there is a case that we wrote about that happened originally in 2007, where a Cook County judge turned over a gun to a Chicago gun buyback. And then 5 years later, it turns up on the streets of a fatal police shooting in Cicero. So this is not the first time, but these are two now very well publicized cases of things going completely wrong at these gun buybacks or after these gun buybacks in the city of Chicago.
As it refers to that case, I think you did reach out to the Cicero spokesperson, Ray Hanania, who said that, quote, the town of Cicero stands by the actions of its police department for what it's worth.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he said, right? And it's true. They did say, we stand by our officers, they do the right thing. But at the same time, this became a lawsuit, right? And the town of Cicero decided that it would be better if they settled the lawsuit for $3.5 million than take it to court, right? And so very clearly, this is not, just a cut and dry case. It's very complicated. And at the heart of it is this huge mess involving a Cook County judge. And at the very least, this is something that should not have been allowed to happen. That gun should not have been out in the streets. And this gun that we wrote about in Chicago should not have been out in the streets in the hands of a 16-year-old boy.
Okay, so the bigger picture is sort of looking at these buyback programs as CPD and some of the other departments look at these programs. Have they started to make changes? Meaning, are they acknowledging that some safety measures need to be put in place or better safety measures?
CPD did acknowledge to us that this was a problem, that this was bad. They issued a statement where they kind of talked about it. But what they failed to do was tell us how they plan to improve the process in the future. And these gun buybacks, there's a general consensus that they don't really prevent violent crime. They're useful in engaging communities and bringing people out to police stations to turn over their weapons. But in terms of getting these guns that are a big driver of violence in Chicago, like the pistols that are fitted with the automatic switches, those kinds of guns aren't coming into these buybacks. The guns that cops are usually getting are older guns, inoperable guns, and not the kind of weapons that are just seen, that are just driving these spikes in violence in Chicago.
Okay.
All right, thank you for your time, Casey. If you'd like to read more, of course, we will link Casey's story to our website at WGNTV.com. Thank you and take care.
Thank you.